That could come in handy, I think. Let me double check something real quick, chat. Let me double check something. Oh, that's for like wizard stuff. Okay. Oh, actually, I completely missed the. What was it called that I
Ready,
just took?
Watcher.
Heart of the storm. Ah, that's what I'm looking for. Ah, okay. Yep. Okay. Ye Z. We could go with this. We're gonna quick save real quick. Look at our stats. 108, 102, 108, 92. This one does not count as a drink if I reload, which I probably will. Puts me up to. Oh, it lowers it. Oh no, there it goes. Increases it all by 3. That was weird. It was 108, 102, 108, 92. Yeah, it increased it all by 3, which really isn't that bad. Suppose we could go with that, but I think I'd rather go with minions. Ah, screw it. I'll take it. Do 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 do. What else is there? Okay, defensive. Like, is there anything else we can go for defensive? Gracious retreat, superior deflection. And that's a +5 to deflection. Ah, could do that. But no, let's minions. Just minions. Everybody's got to have minions. Boom. Done. Done. Ready? Don't have any more bounties. That's not a problem. At least I hope not. Anyways.
Me and Sledge are thinking about heading down, joining a caravan over to Dawning.
Dawning? What for? You like your ogres bigger?
We'd have work at least, and I'm damn sick of fish.
Okay.
We should check the barrels for more
Back
crazy
to work,
mugs.
everyone. No time for dallying. A fine thing you reached us when you did. You would have burned the fishery next, mark my words. And the last thing this lot needs is another excuse to knock off early.
I can't imagine why they'd be in a hurry. Maybe for a soak in the hot springs or a walk along the lake. Takes a deep breath. Nice place.
Anyway, excuse the mess. If there's something you need, the clerk can get you sorted.
And I recognize that voice acting. That is Matt Mercer.
Just watch your step if you have a mind to look around. The floors are slick and none too pleasant to fall on.
Got a question about the
Been
fishery.
running it 4 decades now. I reckon I can tell you what you want to know.
It seems like a big operation.
It may stink of fish guts, but there's no place more critical to Stalworth's survival. Herds come and go, so there's seasons when our catch sustains the village. But try telling these folk as much. We go home each day covered to the elbows in fish oil and entrails, reeking of our work.
Charming.
Stalworth's shrinking, but it would disappear if we lost the fishers. I drive them hard, but I can't afford to do otherwise.
What do you do
Just
here?
about everything. I track the day's catches and see that our nets and hooks are in working order. My family's been in charge of the fishery since the early days of Stalworth. I know the best spots to find frost dive or an iron-toothed pike, and I make sure we don't overfish the speckleback.
Huh, that's all I want to
Need
know.
anything else?
Apparently I got a new task or something? The Fisherman's Pinnace. The head fisherman is stalwart. He's a gruff fellow, but he seems to take a lot of pride in his role. Wasn't expecting anyone to come by to the fishery for a while, because that's the proper way to go about it, really. I don't like it's business as usual. Let me see what you have then. Oh, neat. $6,000. Boom. That's a no-brainer. I'll take those, thank you very much.
Need something else?
Actually, I'll give this to you since you don't have any summons currently at the moment, but this is only per rest though. That's the unfortunate part. Well,
I hope you've had some luck, and do take care with that device. It has a few rather delicate components.
that's a weird taunt. I will not go into detail of what just transpired, but that was a weird taunt. Wait, hold on. Okay, sacred instruments. Something within the cave. Definitely gonna need to go back and. Well, okay, where's the cave at? Because part of the cave is down here. Oh. Let's do it. You're definitely making headway. Those three still need to level up.
And what does the flame reveal?
Okay, I definitely need this. Ah, there we go. There's that part. And now let's go take it to her, I suppose. Let's see. Yep. Take it back to her. Closest way out would be back this way. Oop. Oh yeah, by the way, what is my stalwart champion? Overwhelmingly good. House Dominel, neutral. The dozens, eccentric. Nice. The crucible champion. On Twin Elms, neutral. Deerford Village, hero. Gilded Vale champion. Defiance Bay champion. Party reputation. Okay. Okay. Doing good so far. Here. Down here. Save and talk.
I hope you've had some luck, and do take care with that device. It has a few rather delicate components.
I didn't find any ore deposits, but I did find this.
What? So it works? What a day! But why these gems? I didn't think the device would be able to pick up inert Audra. Fascinating. I have to study this further. But all the same, it worked! At last! A breakthrough! With that Audra to work from, I can refine the enchantments. We'll be digging up iron, gold, Audra, all of it!
Well, happy to help.
This is going to change everything. Oh, and I won't leave you empty-handed, of course. Here, I had this set aside for supplies, but I don't think I'll be staying in Stalwart much longer. I won't forget all you've done for me. They'll hear about this back home, I promise you. Who knows? Perhaps they'll name the next battery after you.
Okay. Well, there's that. Still haven't figured this one out yet. I suppose I need to come into here and talk to the person. Hold on. Speak with Renin Guild in her house. Oh. Huh, they were almost leveled up. Well, they destroyed the stockade. Mother, it's...
Enough. They're gone.
She holds up a hand which is missing the final point of the ring finger. But it's her voice, sharp and steely. That silences the young woman. As she glowers at his toes... As he glowers at his toes, she turns to As he glowers at his toes, she turns to you with dark circles under her eyes and smiled hold hot across her thin lips.
Ah, the champion of Defiance Bay. Must have been a long journey. Well, I'm sure you wagered on a more civilized welcome. Still, we're much obliged for your capable intervention.
He pulls a knife from his belt and an apple from his pocket and sets to work. In a charming place like this, can't imagine why you don't see more visitors.
I won't waste your time. Stalwart isn't much more than a grease stain on a map. What roads we've got in the White March are basically tracks in the snow. And for every trader or adventurer that comes through, 3 of our own leave for good. But it weren't always so. There was a time when kings and queens sent their firstborn to these mountains, when the White March was the envy of empires.
How you doing, Dan? My man's growing the beard and shaved the hair down. Yep. We are going to good. All the neck hair is being shaved off, and it's all clean as can be right now. Except for like the 5 o'clock shadow and maybe a little bit extra. Anyways, how's it been going? Sorry I haven't been on much. Not a problem, man. Glad to see a new job has me at weird hours now. And doing armed security. Well, bet that pays well. Good on you, mate. Good on you. But welcome back. Glad you're able to glad you're able to stop by me. And it's been going pretty good. I'm in middle of the White March DLC Part 1. White March Part 1 DLC. There we go. How the mighty have fallen. What an era that must have been for the White March.
The Pargrin dwarves transformed the White March once. We could bring some of that greatness back to Stalwart. But we need the White Forge.
I know of it.
Then you'll know that no one's felt as much as a summery breeze from the White Forge for over 200 years. I'm hoping you can do something about that.
How so?
We've been trying to breach Durgan's battery for over a year now. Problem is, the other expeditions can't so much as dent the front door.
Tell me about these other expeditions.
A dozen different groups have come through at our request, and several more besides. Been hoping that one of them could clear the way through Durgan's battery. But young or old, green or seasoned, it don't seem to matter. They cast their spells, chisel at the door, and search the grounds until they've worn new treads into the old stone. The lucky ones eventually go home. Plenty more find themselves on the wrong side of a blizzard, or an ogre raiding party.
Why the sudden interest in the White Forge?
We're an old mining town. Or we were until the Adirans pulled out and left us with a half-dug mine shaft and something resembling an inn. Since then, it's been a steady decline. You've seen the roads. Isn't much we can produce that the Valians can't ship cheaper.
It is what we do.
But the White Forge, well, if we could fire it up again and start producing Durgan steel, or something close to it, wouldn't matter if we're in the White March or the Living Lands, business would come.
The young man says nothing, but he tosses a sliver of the apple peel into the fireplace. And that's why you need my help.
That's the long and short of it. We're laborers and fisherfolk, not adventurers. But Durgan steel could put Stalwart on the map again, open up the mines, bring in new business. We just need the White Forge.
Why is Durgan steel so special?
Because you can shave stone with it, cleave cast iron in two, and the stuff's as rare as it is remarkable.
In her enthusiasm, Renengild shifts on the balls of her feet. She props one bent arm on the other, pointing distractedly toward the eaves of the house. Steel is steel. Maybe light and take an edge well, but Kerplanka, the legends grow with each passing year.
If we could make something even half as good, we'd have a market at our doorstep and work enough for all of Stalwart.
How is it no one's gotten into Durgan's battery yet?
Where should I start? Ogres, blizzards, or sheer damned inaccessibility? It ain't for lack of trying, I'll tell you that much. Got untold riches in Durgan steel lying just inside, and never mind the White Forge itself. The Adirans who first settled Stalwart tried to crack it. So did the Valians, and every other cocky adventurer with more metal than sense. But the place has a funny way of sealing itself up. Front door stays shut, the tower entrances are clogged with rubble, and it's been impossible to blast a way in.
What happened to Durgan's battery?
It don't bear dwelling on. There's too many superstitions about that place as it is.
Killed each other off, or so the old books say.
Ah, now you speak, huh?
Plenty of tales to go around, but none of them open the battery. And the last thing people need is another reason to fear the place. Whatever it was, the other Pargrin dwarven settlements in the White March, Bone Picker, the Hawk, and the rest, emptied out not long after, moved to gentler, greener lands.
Had the right idea, if you ask me.
I don't see why you need the White Forge to make good steel.
Finally, someone talking sense.
Durgan steel wasn't just good. It was some of the best. We need the best if we're going to keep Stalwart alive. No one alive today has seen the White Forge, but the old stories tell that it was powerful, glowed white-hot, and gave off a steady, even heat, unlike any other furnace. Let better-schooled folk puzzle over how the thing was built. I just want to see it put to use.
Tell me about the Peregrine dwarves.
Pargrin's a word in their language. Means traveler. They've been wanderers for generations, but I couldn't tell you much more.
All right. Any idea where I should begin?
The battery's up the mountain to the north. A good hike away.
Near Galvino's place, huh?
So it is. Though I was going to suggest dealing with that ogre camp before anything.
Who's Galvino?
Mestre Galvino, as the old crosspatch prefers it, lives by himself and keeps the wilder and beasts at bay through sheer foulness of his temper.
She means to say he's a skilled smith and animancer, who's lived in the shadow of Durgan's battery for over a decade.
Oh, I'd say that's worth mentioning. Sagani folds her arms.
And he butters his bread on both sides and fits his left shoe before his right. But that's neither here nor there.
I see.
Ain't nobody here fond of the man, but he's a clever hand and a quick study. It's a fool who thinks he stayed so close to the battery without figuring something about it.
You said as much to the last party, and we haven't seen hide nor hair of him since. Maybe they didn't run afoul of Baragon's ogres after all.
Aldrich shrugs and turns back to the fire.
Just watch your step. Galvino's place is a ways east of the battery, and folk who pass it bring unsettling tales.
Tell me about the ogre king.
Belongs to Flames That Whisper, Matron Baragon's clan. Hunters tell me they've been active of late.
Hunting elk and otherwise minding their own damn business.
Minding their own business. Never mind the latest expedition's disappearance, or the broken stockade.
I'm saying we shouldn't agitate him further.
I've already dealt with the Baragon. She's agreed to leave you in peace.
Well, I hope she proves more peaceable to you than she did to the last group. Mayhap you didn't hear, but the previous expedition crossed paths with her. Haven't seen him since.
And I don't miss him none. Smelled like trouble. You did right in parlaying with Matron Baragon, and that's that.
Got it.
Good. Before you leave town, stop by the Grave's Rest. Most visitors to Stalwart spend some time there, so Hafric and his patrons may be able to give you the lay of the land.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about something.
What's on your mind?
I have questions about Durgan's battery and the White Forge.
The Pargrin dwarves guarded it.
Okay, never mind. I want to know more about the Stalwart.
Adir founded us back in their colonial days to supply ore to the Empire. Saw a fair bit of traffic from both sides of the White March then. But after the Deerwood claimed independence, Defiance Bay found cheaper places to get ore. Didn't have much reason to maintain our supply routes.
Isn't Stalwart part of the Deerwood?
Officially. Though with the state the roads are in, you wouldn't guess it.
Tell me something more about, tell me some of the more important places around town.
Here in the center? Let's see. The Grave's Rest is next door. Hafric can set you up with a room and a hot meal there. The fishery's just on the edge of the lake, and the Temple of Andra is next to it. No one keeps a secret like Lavda. Or so I'm told. A few folk live in this part of town, too. Seemed a lot safer before the ogres broke through the western gate. Thiersch lives next to the old mine shaft, and Tana, the old mine overseer, is next door to me.
What do you do here?
I'm the mayor. Or so I'm reminded every time there's a game shortage, ogre attack, or a neighborly dispute. I'm a builder by trade, though. Traveled all over Air Glonfoth and the Deerwood in my younger days, but ended up back here anyway.
Talk about something else. Can you tell me anything about the last expedition that went to Durgan's battery?
They didn't volunteer much, and I knew better than to ask. I've seen all types charging through here. Professional companies with shiny new equipment as brazen as you please, and hopeless runts with nothing but tattered leathers. But these folk, I don't know what they were after, and the way they looked at you made you feel cold all over. Wish I could tell you more.
Huh. Perhaps we'll find more in the battery itself. Well, farewell. Durant's leveled up. Durant. You are 13 points away from leveling up. Durgan's battery. Sweet. We definitely need to go talk to him. But let's go ahead and level up Durance real quick. Boop. All right, Durance. Boom. Now you can't. Now it should be hard as heck for you to miss a mechanics check. Jeez. Ranged enemy effect. +10 accuracy. Okay. Agonizing radiance. Oh, no. Inspired radiance. Interesting. Do 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 do. Um. In. Hmm. Now we're once again at the point where I need to figure out what I want to do with this character. But I think I might just end up going, you know, that's good. Let's just go inspired radiance. Boom. Done. All right. I know next place we need to go.